And it's Fort Worth to start out. Here's SGA. And stolen by Leonard. Pass to Fry. Now Westbrook. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Stolen by Avdia. Leonard with the steal. 4-on-3 as they bring it up. 4-3, Westbrook. And it's Malone with the rebound to the left side wing. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Chambers. Just 5 on the clock. Fort Worth needs to get off a shot. Embiid. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds, it moves like he did. Not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Fort Worth. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drive, something to admire.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Ibaka. Outside Leonard. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Fort Worth.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Now here's Fry. Outside Edwards. It's up a three. Good on the triple.
Well, hey, that's using all of the shot clock, right? Edwards beats the buzzer.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Avdia. And there's the drive. And the basket by Chambers.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Westbrook drives in, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's where Westbrook's at his best. He wants to get downhill.
SGA with the ball. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, Atlanta. SGA into the lane. Another three for Fort Worth.
And that was all set up by the attack of SGA, getting deep in and spraying it out there for the triple.
Now here's Westbrook. Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to Westbrook. Just 4 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And it's Leonard missing. Malone in the post. Pass to Avdia. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Again, Fort Worth.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, he's got it! Oh, what a hit! That is such a tough shot.
Well, that's some range right there, guys. The prayer is answered.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Fort Worth ahead. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take right now on Fort Worth so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Finishing things off there with a dunk.
Here's Here's SG. Whoa!
Gracious. Oh, now that hurts the defense there. Stylish move by SGA.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
And I love that from Duren, playing with passion.
The Atlanta shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And the first one drops. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Back to SGA. Pass to Chambers. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Fort Worth making a change here. McDaniels outside. Duren a screen. Fox feeling it out a bit. Into the lane. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And the wide open shot from Avdia. A three-pointer off the mark. Inside. Duren. It's deflected.
Well, you cannot sleep on Avdia's defense. He'll work hard to try to deny you.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
A physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
And they get it back. LeBron right side. Outside, SGA. Back to James. And the dunk by James.
And because of his quickness, LeBron is hard to block out on the offensive glass. So strong.
Now, here's Fox. Still without a basket. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And you have to know that's coming from Gilgeous-Alexander. He is not shy beyond the arc.
Stolen by Avdia. The three. Another three. Worth.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
The Atlanta trails by 8. Fox with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Siakam looking around. Down low. And stolen by James.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Powell for three. He's clobbered. He'll get 3 shots at the line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
And he's good on the first of 3. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Fort Worth leads by 5. And we'll be back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. So it's Atlanta now. It's a 5-point game. To the middle. Here's Dawkins. Stolen by Avdia. Pass to Chambers. This one for three. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. And here's Wall. There's the drive. Drops in the layup for two. Wall's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Atlanta.
And on the drive, Wall can be so sudden, striking before the defense gets a chance to load.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Three ball, LeBron James.
Dangerous from the perimeter. LeBron is definitely a threat from that corner.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. McDaniels on the wing. Pass to Siakam. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
It's Beal on the wing. Scoreless thus far.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. All with it. Now Avdia defending. Wall looking it over. Back to Siakam. It's hauled in by Fort Worth. Lets it go with the three. And the basket by Chambers. And now a 9-point Fort Worth lead.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Into the lineup for Atlanta.
Atlanta trails by 9. Wall draws the double. Over to the left wing. Beal. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, offensively, Beal is a smooth operator.
Here's SGA. He's got 14. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Here's LeBron. Fires for three. And Dawkins pulls it down.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And a wide open look for James. Nailed from three-point land. LeBron's got 6 in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA? Especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
And James gets it to go.
Oh, you got to run LeBron off the ball there.
Stolen by Avdia. Screen by James. LeBron James on the wing. Oh, the athletic move by LeBron James.
Tom Chambers.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Here's Westbrook, and he converts the layup. Westbrook's got 7 points in the game.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Here's Wall. It's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. It'll count. And it's Fort Worth looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Fort Worth. Kicks it out to LeBron. Traps in the tray.
LeBron James.
LeBron's got 14 points here in the second half.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Embiid with the steal. LeBron with it. Westbrook picks him up. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Chambers. Another three for Fort Worth.
3 points.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Fort Worth.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Well, over his career, Avdia has upped his scoring numbers, and defenders have taken notice.
Denny Avdia.
And he sinks the second.
And this guy brings a lot of heart to his game, and that's something you have to respect. He's got that desire to make a difference on the floor.
Picked off in midair. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's LeBron, and the shot is good.
LeBron James.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
First team foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Pass to Edwards. To halt the run. Fox with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards can't hit.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
2 minutes.
SGA with the ball. Kicks it out to James. It's stolen by Ibaka. To the paint. Back to Westbrook. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Fort Worth. And Fort Worth calls time here. They lead by 22.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And Fort Worth calls time here. They're up by 22.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Now Fort Worth with it. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Kicks it out to James. That's good, and SGA with the assist. James has got 21.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding them.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Chambers. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Siakam. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
1:04 left in the fourth. Here's Siakam. Now here's Fox. Siakam inside.
You know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over it.
Here's SGA.
Atlanta
And
foul.
there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
First personal foul.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands how to draw contact, especially when he's looking to score.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Siakam. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards trying to get open. Good D by Embiid. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And the basket by Chambers.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And staying with the play, Avdia.
Well, this is what you like about Avdia, his competitive fire.
Here's Leonard. Misses off the right iron. So Fort Worth wins it. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.